everybody. I'm Cheryl Talley Moss, and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. In this episode, I'm going to share with you how I have to constantly manage the temperature in my greenhouse because it heats up very fast when the sun is out, and when it goes down, it'll cool off just as fast. And because I decided to move everything to the greenhouse, I don't want the temperature to get below 50 degrees. And another reason is because I moved my soursop trees out to the greenhouse, and it's bad if they are in a temperature 40 degrees or less. They will die. They won't just go into shock and drop the leaves. They will die if the temperature drops below 40 degrees. I've been growing these trees for over 2 years from seeds. But this summer I'll be 66, and it's getting to be a little too much for me to be picking them up and moving them in and out the greenhouse or into my grow room. I'm also going to share with you in this video how my great angel Brian and I transplanted a Redhaven Peach Tree into a raised garden bed, and I think that's about it. Okay, let's get started. Gardeners, I came out to the greenhouse to make sure that the fans were put on low because it's going to be raining all day, and I know they need still air circulating on them so that they can dry out some, because I watered a whole lot the other day, and I wanted to make sure the fans were on low. And I hope you can hear this. I will voice over it. Is that how you say it? I'll do a voice over if it is if the fans and the wind is too loud. And also because I knew I had more lettuce, and here you see 2 big pots, because I would have started more seeds if I didn't have enough to fill 1 grow box. So I'm glad I overlooked those where the tomatoes were. And whenever it stops raining, whenever we get a little break, I will plant these in the lettuce box that I planted yesterday, that I transplanted some of the seedlings in yesterday. Again, I hope the fans aren't too loud. I have them on low, and I'm hoping that it's not too much wind with the fan and the high winds outside. And here are some of the seedlings over here. And as you can see, I took the insect netting off of everything and tried to intermingle some of the marigolds with everything. And yeah, I think everything will be okay. I'm a little concerned about my soursops. They're getting a little too yellow. Every time I bring them in the greenhouse, just when I think, the temperature is okay, the humidity goes up too much. But you know what? I'm just going to let these bad boys stay out here because it's killing me. It's just too much for me to keep moving all the time. And I hope they make the adjustments. Especially with the humidity. Because I can maintain the heat, but I can't do nothing about Mother Nature. Well, guys, it's that time of year. I just found a slug in the greenhouse. We're going to kill it, right, Brian?
Oh, we're going to put it in the trash.
You're going to put it in the trash? No, we're going to squish this bad boy.
Okay.
I don't even want him to survive. You want to kill it?
Yeah.
You're going to squish it with your shoe? Okay, now you can pick it up and put it in the trash.
No, it's too light.
You're afraid of it?
Yeah.
It's only bothering your shoe. Now squish it so we can finish straightening up out here. Hello everybody, it is Thursday, March the 5th, and I'm out in the greenhouse because my remote reader indicated that it's 83 degrees outside in the greenhouse, but outside it's only 55 degrees. The high will be 71 today, and so that means that the greenhouse will have a temperature approximately around 120 degrees. Therefore, I have to open up the windows and the zippered door opening to cool the temperature down in here. And of course, turn on the fans. Now the fans were on, but I turned them off so that I can make this video and share with you what I've decided to do. Okay, the first thing I'm going to show you is the seedlings. So this is how the seedlings look today. I've removed the insect cover and the shade cloth cover because, you know, guys, I was slowly acclimating them to the environment of the greenhouse. And if you don't know, we have very high, strong winds. I felt sorry for someone in a group in Texas, North Texas, who posted their tomato plants that they took a chance and put in the ground. And even though they thought they had properly hardened them off, the wind destroyed them. We have very high winds in North Texas. Last June, while I was at the airport, we had winds that were 72 miles an hour. Somebody downtown on one of those building scaffolds fell. And when I got back in town from my vacation, most of my muscadines and grapes, the wind ripped them right off the vine. So I want to share with you what I've done, because it's too early to put the shade cloth cover on the greenhouse, because 71 degrees, guys, is not a high temperature. It's not unusual for us to have bipolar weather in North Texas, but it's a high temperature for a greenhouse. And as you can see, the sun coming through here through the greenhouse cover, but I put a 10% shade cloth. I just picked that same piece up that I was covering the boxes with, and I secured them with clips the best way that I could around the southern exposure of the greenhouse. So yes, the plants are still getting plenty of sunshine from the back of the greenhouse, but this 90% shade cloth, and I think I misspoke in a previous video and I said this beige material was a 50% shade cloth. It's not. It is 90% shade. And I mean, it's warm in here without the fans on. It was 82 with the fans on. So it's, let me see. I probably can go look at thermometer. Where's the other thermometer? It's over here in this corner. Let me see if I can see a reading from it. Yeah, I can see it. It's past 90 degrees in here. Wow. So I got to get these fans back on. So let's turn on this one. And we can see more blooms, more little pieces of fruit on my satsuma tree. But anyway, let's get back over here to where I was filming, and I can show you that I have the shade cloth over a nice section of the greenhouse. Now, I brought more shade cloth out. This is 50% shade cloth. When my remote thermometer let me know that it was 92 degrees in the greenhouse, I rushed out and attached the 50% shade cloth to the back of the greenhouse on the southern side so that I can cool the temperature off by having less sun beaming down and solarizing the greenhouse.
Hello guys, today's March 5th, 2020.
And it's Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Brian and I back in the greenhouse after school. We're taking a look at everything, and we see that right here we're not getting any sun. Well, not enough sun. So I'm going to take the clips off right here and let a little sun come in. On these plants, the sun will be going down in a few hours. So we can take this off, this clip up here. Oh boy, it's hard. Okay, hold this, Brian. Hold it just like this on the plants. You can film the plants over here, Brian. And then we'll just leave that like that. So we'll leave that like that and let it get a little bit more sun. And I'm just putting a very small amount of water on the plants that have dried out. Okay, because it's real sunny out, and warmer temperatures will just make these collards bolt in North Texas. My experience has taught me that. I'm not going to wait for them to bolt. I have plenty of seeds, and we're going to take these out. And as you can see right there, I've been cutting them off, right? You want to show them the ones you put in here? Yeah, I'm going to take that leaf out of there. Yeah, so I've been cutting them off, and then Brian is putting them in the container over there for me to take in the house and wash and clean them, because they're going to be sweet. They're real huge leaves, as you can see here, and they're going to have a sweet taste to it because they've gone through several freezes. Now this is the deal, guys. I am not going to pull these plants up. I'm going to let them compost in place, and it will be some good nutrition for these fruit trees. The only one that I'm going to pull up is this one right here, because that's where the tree is going. If I can, I don't have enough strength. Brian, you got to come and film it over here. Walk around and try to film me pulling this up.
I bet I can.
Oh, you can't pull it. You don't have more strength than me, Brian.
Okay.
Oh. There we go. You got it?
Yes.
You got me?
This?
Mm-hmm. Just a few more leaves of collard greens. Is that the last of it?
No.
I can't hear you.
No. That's the last one.
Okay, now that big old part of the collard green that's going to the compost, shake it out really well. Okay, you can hand it to me, and I'll put it in this bucket where the compost is going. Thank you. Some strong roots. Okay, so is that it? Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one there so it can compost in place.
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm taking the tree out. Woo! Oh boy! And I'm gonna let me have this, Ryan. Can you go around to this side right here and get that owl that fell down? No, go around the other way. Oh, I'm out of breath. And we dug that hole. And so now I'm going to put the tree in, and then we'll cover it up. Oh, okay. I'm going around to the other side to try to straighten it up. You stay there.
Okay.
Whew. A little dizzy. Oh. We've got the tree in, and Brian is adding more wood chips, and I cut up or chopped up with the shovel the collard roots so they won't start growing again and they'll just decompose. And now all you have to do is spread that out, Brian. Very good job. And this brick right here is leaving. And Big Mama got out of breath getting that tree in and chopping up the roots of the collard greens. So sitting down for a second. Good job, Brian.
Thank you.
And those wood chips will eventually break down, guys, and add fertilizer to our to our fruit trees. We don't give our fruit trees anything other than organic matter, whether it is worm castings, comfrey tea, compost tea, fish fertilizer, seaweed and fish fertilizer. Nothing but organic ingredients. Okay, look good to you?
Yes.
Okie dokie. Thanks, Brian.
You're welcome.
Guys, it's around 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm getting ready to close up the greenhouse. As you can see, the sun is going down. And I have a small heater placed right here. And this will keep the temperature in the 50s tonight. The low is supposed to be outside 43 degrees. So we still need a little heat in here because the soursop trees cannot take any temperature 40 degrees or below. So for that reason, right in this area where the soursop trees are and the seedlings are, I'm going to turn the little small heater on. Now it's on now. All I have to do is unplug it from the socket by my patio and then turn it on, you know, before I go to bed. Okay. So that's how we do it. It's a constant song and dance with the greenhouse. It will heat up very fast and cool off very fast when the sun goes down. Guys, I'd like to say one more thing about these stone fruit trees. 2 Redhaven Peach and 1 Sun Glow Nectarine. Isn't that pretty? The reason why I put these in a raised bed is because we have a very rainy period, a very long rainy period here in Mesquite, Texas. And I've had some peach trees to die that were in the ground because they don't like wet feet. And I've probably said this before in a video, but for my new subscribers, I want you to know why I'm putting them in a raised bed. Because it'll drain and the feet won't be sitting in water. And I'm hoping that this will be the year that we get some peaches. We've had some before and then the peach trees died. So I'm hoping that we'll get some fruit this year. And I'm going to clean all of this up. We're going to fill it up with soil. I just put bottles in this area because the bricks are 2 bricks high. The cinder blocks are 2 blocks high, and so I wouldn't be wasting soil because I only need about 6 or 7 inches to grow some marigolds in the center of these blocks that will repel insects. So every day I'll be coming out and working more and more. Brian comes after school. When I pick him up, he's only here for an hour until his father picks him up on his way home from work and picking up his sister. Okay, so that's it for today. I appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to watch my video. Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye now.